What? I'm wearing a Ushanka.
Hello everyone, this is Champion Man 90. Ugh! Damn it, I can't see a thing in this.
Hey everybody!
Oh, hello, my dear. Where do you come from?
Let's talk about microaggressions.
Oh.
I think we're a little bit confused as to what microaggressions actually are.
Bullshit?
Look at the word, microaggressions. Micro, small, aggressions, racial aggression.
I think you'll find that's not what, fucking aggression means. It means forceful. It can mean violent. It can mean a whole sort of things, but the aggression in microaggressions does not mean racial aggression. I don't know where you got that from, but that's not what it means, love. It's all about bullshit and the means to control the way people think and how they talk. But, okay, well, let's just say that it is racial. Who cares? I mean, people use it for sexism and all sorts of bullshit. It doesn't mean anything, really, if you think about it.
So small acts of racial aggression.
No, it's small acts of things that may offend different groups of people. It's not about race. It's about all sorts of things, including race. That's what I've been told by social justice warriors such as you. But now, apparently, it's all about race. And that's just because you're black, isn't it? I mean, you're just basically projecting your life experience onto a word. And that word encompasses many different things. But really, it's about social control of people. But, oh well.
It's not blatant racism. Blatant racism would be if I went to a potential employer and they said, sorry, we don't hire black people.
So it isn't racist.
That would be blatant racism.
No shit, Sherlock. Tell me more.
But we're talking about the smaller things that we do every day that keep institutionalized racism going.
Yes, simply being a human being, doing human things, is simply allowing institutional racism to exist because somehow me asking where a person is from, me asking what their job is, asking someone like, hey, how come you speak excellent English? I'd love to know who your teacher is, blah, 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 blah. It's somehow institutional and not within a social gathering, which is kind of weird because things that are keeping institutional racism afloat would be people not doing a goddamn thing about it. Oh, so racist, so bad. Oh my god, they ask questions that people ask all the time. Oh my god, that is so bad. That is so aggressive. It's so horrible. Oh, it's those three words that mixed race people really hate because every time we tell, oh hi, yeah, my parents are from this, that, or the other. Yes, it is an annoying question. I mean, first, let's just say this. Those three things, they're not really racist. Not really. Not at all. I mean, isn't it all about context? It would have to take something monumentally amazing for it to be racist, or to be said in a racist context, but, oh well. Explain, sister.
This is called an alien in your own land microaggression, and it is probably one of the most common.
Oh, I didn't know it had a fucking name. Amazing. It's actually called a question. It's a question. A question to determine where your origin is. I mean, let's be honest, right? When I look at you and I hear your voice, I assume you're an American. I don't know where you're from. I don't think people will be telling you, oh, where do you come from in America? Because they'll know straight away where you come from. But they'd be asking me where I come from because I've got the voice and I've got the brown skin too. So they'll be a bit confused. They'll be like, he's weird. I can't quite pin where he's coming from other than he's got a British accent. Because, yeah. So people need to know. People are a curious type. Human beings are a curious species. There's nothing wrong with that. Are you going to curb our curiosity that has taken us to the stars? Just wondering.
The big problem with this one, what are you? Human?
You see, that's a sarcastic response to the question. What they really should be saying is, what is your ancestry? What are you related to? Rather than what are you? It's people who can't really say things correctly, so they just say, what are you? 3 words. It's because they just can't be bothered to put the extra effort to put more syllables in. Pretty much. They don't literally mean, what are you? They know what you are. They can clearly see a human being standing before them, but Oh well, keep on autisming.
I am not a what. No one is a what.
How autistic can you get? No, they're not calling you a what. What is a question? What is the word you use for a question? Do you not know how English works? This isn't rocket science, this is basic linguistics, girl. Jesus Christ. They're not calling you a what? They're asking where, what your ancestry is, where you come from. What? Am I going to say you're where? I'm not calling you a where, I'm asking where you come from. Donde esta?
You're saying that there is something subhuman, something not quite to the stage of humanity yet. Wink! Streetcar named Desire.
No, they're asking you where you come from. What your ancestry is, what you are descended from. It's not a fucking Nazi fucking question. They're not calling you the Untermensch. Oh no, wait, no, you'd be something else. I don't know what the word for woman is. People, tell me what a woman in German is. Also, Streetcar Named Desire is not about that. But never mind. You don't know shit, girl.
You are furthering this idea that this person is other because they're different.
No, they're not. Citation needed. All they're doing is asking a simple question that you yourself would have asked many other people throughout your entire life. Don't tell me you never have asked someone where they come from, because I'd guarantee you'd ask me where I come from in England, and I would be happy to tell you, because it's interesting to other people.
That they are not quite right. That's the problem.
No, that's not what it's about. It's all in your head. Next. I've never heard anyone say that ever.
You're so articulate.
See, that's a compliment, but compliments are racist and sexist as social justice warriors, so we can't be nice to people, we can only be dickheads.
First of all, compared to what?
Nothing.
If anyone heard me talking compared to like a beaver, yeah, I'm much more articulate than a beaver.
Beavers can't talk, you fucking idiot. Try something else, that is a terrible analogy. You see, I'm surprised people do call you articulate, because you're anything but in this video.
But if you put me next to Emma Watson, I look like I'm a fool.
Actually, it would be a riveting watch to see which one outdumbs the other when it comes to shit like this. It would be really, really fun. Personally, I have bets that you would be dumber than her, but that's not because of your race, that's just because you are literally dumber than her. But, oh well, never mind.
That didn't make any sense. You are assuming that people who look like me are inherently less intelligent.
I'm sorry, but not even these straw men would be as racist as that. You've literally made this up to complain about something, kind of like Black Lives Matters, but oh well. I mean, you didn't do nothing. You didn't do nothing wrong, did you?
It is therefore a surprise when we speak eloquently and express ourselves clearly. That's a racial microaggression.
If only you were expressing yourself eloquently and intelligently in this video, I might be inclined to give you the benefit of the doubt, but no, you've just been stupid. I mean, even if that was the case, it would still not be racist. It would not be racist. It's a surprise to me anyone who's eloquent and who can speak very well, to be honest. Even fucking upper class people in this country, when they speak, they go because they're bloody Egypts. That's why. Oh shit, that's racist, girl, isn't it? Only one race, human race. What about my race? How dare you deny my lived experiences? But the sad fact of the matter is, that quote has been used by so many great African American artists in their civil rights songs. I've seen it so many times, yet to see this girl here try to claim that she's not racist, yet say that this phrase right here is a microaggression. Wow. Well done, girl. You're totally fighting for civil rights. Black power!
This is what's called a color blindness microaggression.
How is not judging someone based on their race a microaggression, girl? Please. I'd love to hear you explain that.
And I kind of talked about this in my last video. You're basically denying their personal identity or heritage. And
Did I not call it? Did I not say she would say that? Nobody is denying anything by not judging someone on their race. What? So you want me to judge someone based on their race, but at the same time, that's racist, and I should really think about what I'm doing. You are a fucking Egypt. If you could only know what you are saying here. I am not denying anything. It's as if fucking Martin Luther King didn't do that speech where he said he wanted to see his daughters live in a world where we judge people based on their character and not on their race. But oh well, Martin Schmartin, Lucius Musho, whatever. Who was that guy? I don't know who he was. All I know is that I want my race's experiences and heritage to be fucking, you know, whatever you said. And isn't that a contradiction? Because before you complained about people asking where you were from, where they were not denying your heritage. They were asking what your heritage was, yet that's a microaggression. You can't have your cake and eat it too, bitch.
Assimilate, because what you are is wrong. Lord knows that makes sense.
No, it doesn't, because you're a fucking racist, that's why. This gonna be good.
This happens all the time. It's called a criminality microaggression.
You're making these words up, admit it. You're making all these fucking names up for these microaggressions that don't exist.
The problem with this is that you are assuming that they are a criminal.
They are. Because, well, sadly, black people do commit more crime, on average, than white people in America. I don't know what it's like over here, so I can't judge. And sadly, they're judging these people based on their race because of things that do sadly happen. That's not saying that most black people commit crime, no. Very few people do, but for some reason, the statistics show that they overwhelmingly commit more crime. Mostly to each other, actually, but you're not going to tell me that, are you? You're going to just ignore that, sweep it under the rug, obviously. That's a sad thing. But the thing is, you told me, only just before, to judge someone on their race. Again, you're contradicting yourself. Again, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Either I judge someone on their race, or I don't. Please. Stop contradicting yourself and get some self-awareness.
Because of their skin color.
Yeah, and who told them that it was okay to judge someone based on their skin colour? It wasn't me. I'm the one who's saying that we should not be judging people on their skin colour. It's you who's saying that. You can't just say, oh, how dare you deny my heritage? How dare you ask me about my heritage? And then you say, how dare you assume that I am a thief based on my skin colour? When you yourself told me that it was okay to judge someone based on their race, at least in certain circumstances. But nonetheless, you did tell these people that they can judge people based on their race because that's okay. That's what we're supposed to do. Differences are great and good. I'm loving the double thing here. Fantastic. Brilliant use of cognitive dissonance, I must say.
That's literally all you're going on. You don't know their life. You don't know their story. In second grade, you guys, they said don't judge a book by its cover.
You stupid girl. You just told us to judge people based on their race. You literally told me that one race to human race is a colourblind fucking microaggression. Not judging someone based on their race is a microaggression, and now all of a sudden it isn't. Do you understand why people do not like your ideology? Why people are sick to death of the likes of you? Because you're self-contradictory, and you're never pleased, and everything is racist, everything is sexist, yet it depends on the fucking strangeness of your mood and everything else. Honestly, can you at least be consistent? You stupid girl.
Did we just forget that? Because I think we did.
No, you forgot it because you said just before that the whole one race human race is a fucking microaggression. You forgot it. I didn't forget it. You did. Oh no, wait, you selectively forget it. You selectively forget it when you don't like people asking you questions about yourself, even though I highly doubt anyone's asking where you're from. They ask me where I'm from, but they don't ask you. Apart from your accent, but that doesn't matter. That's besides the point. And yet, you, all of a sudden, when black people are being judged because of the high crime rate, all of a sudden, judging someone on their race is wrong. You need to be consistent. I'm not going to repeat myself anymore.
Otherwise, nothing that's going on right now would even be an issue.
It's only an issue because you make it an issue, you stupid girl.
I have black friends. What do you want, a cookie? Great, you have black friends.
See, you would say the exact same thing if the roles were reversed, and if I said to you, you're racist towards white people. Oh, hell no, I'm not racist to white people, I've got a white friend. You've all said it, you're all hypocrites. Next.
You are denying your involvement in race relations.
No, they're not. I mean, it's not like you're doing anything brilliant for race relations, telling us to judge someone, but then not judge them. You know, at least this person has friends who aren't white or whatever, whoever they are, doesn't matter. I mean, you're talking to white people, I know that. I mean, it's blatantly obvious who you're talking to here. But let's just get this thing out the way. These people are not denying anything. they have a black friend. And to be honest, they have a point. If they were truly racist, they would not be hanging out with this person. They are not using this black person as a tool. I think you'd have to be monumentally psychopathic in order to do so, and I just don't think there's people like that out there, because as we know, psychopaths hate everyone.
It's called a denial microaggression.
But none of these things are aggressive. None of them. They're your pet peeves, one of whom it actually doesn't happen in real life, but nonetheless, it is a pet peeve that you do not like. That is not an aggression.
You seem to think that a black friend is a band-aid because you know someone who has dealt with oppression, that you are not involved.
Just because this person happens to be a particular race, they're involved with racism, that's a guilt by association fallacy, and that's racist. But then again, you would turn around to me with no hint of irony and say, but I'm not racist, I'm black and I got white friends. You see what I mean?
Think about that for a second.
I did, and I deduced that it's fucking stupid, like you.
That doesn't actually make sense if you actually think about it.
Yeah, guilt by association, it really doesn't make sense, does it?
You still are.
How can you assume that people are under race relations? Look, people don't have time for that shit. People have to work. People have to look after their kids. People have to do things. They can't just sit around like us in our rooms talking about bullshit like this. The fact of the matter is, not everyone is involved in race relations 24/7. They're more involved with personal relations. Personal things. You keep seeing the world through race. And that's a terrible thing to view the world through. You're thinking like a Nazi. They're people who see the world through race and race alone. And you don't want to be a Nazi, do you?
If you are American, you are involved in race relations. That's just how it works. Welcome to America.
No, that's how you think it works. It's not how it works. Welcome to the world, American. Well, that's true. If you work hard, you will succeed. But, of course, this girl wants an excuse for her laziness.
You hear politicians say this all the time. I'm going to explain this the way I explained this to someone yesterday. Imagine you are sitting in a classroom. Your teacher puts a garbage can in front. There's a row of 4 desks. You're sitting in the back. Your teacher gives everyone a crumpled paper ball and says, whoever can make it into the basket gets an automatic A in this class.
No, that's not how working hard works, you fucking idiot. Working hard is toiling constantly for hours and hours and hours, working hard at a craft or a project or a job to either, decide the future of the human race, to fulfill this artistic desire that you always wanted fulfilled, to get that paycheck where you can buy a car or to feed your family. To build up your business. That is what working hard is. Working hard is literally hours and hours of practice and work and doing things and, not being lazy, not having time to be lazy and to sit back and relax. What you described is being handed things on a silver plate. That is not working hard. That may be working hard to you because maybe you have been given everything on a silver platter and basically, just whatever you've asked for, you've been given. But for the rest of us, no, that's not working hard. That's laziness and entitlement, funnily enough.
You're in the back. The chances of you getting your paper ball into the garbage can are much slimmer than someone who's in the front row. That's what privilege is.
We were talking about people working hard, not privilege. And no, that's not what privilege is. Because there are white people also at the back who can't get out of the trailer parks, out of the council houses, out of the estates. Council estate, not a rich estate, but never mind. There are people who are Asian who are poor, people who are Latino who are poor. We're all fucking stuck on this planet, and there are poor people on this planet of all different shapes and sizes and races who are finding it tough. And there are rich people who are black, who are white, who are Asian, who do not help the poor, but keep them down and make them pay for the fucking recession. But you're not complaining about that, are you? You're complaining about a perceived privilege that doesn't actually exist. And instead want everything given to you rather than you having to work hard for it. You are kind of a walking stereotype of many different things at the moment. It's quite sad to say, you stupid girl.
Some people don't have the option of sitting in the front row of the class.
But that's not an excuse to not work hard just because they have it more difficult than others does not mean that they cannot rise above that situation. We've seen it time and time again. Hell, even I've kind of made a baby step up the social ladder, getting a degree, even though maybe 10 to 20 years ago it would have been worth a lot more than that. I've worked hard to get where I am. What have you done? I don't see you working hard. It seems to me like you've been giving everything.
So some people are never going to make it into that basket.
They won't if we don't give them the tools they need to succeed, and people like you are stopping them from getting these tools because you're just telling them, hey, no point. You're poor, you're disadvantaged, you've not got privilege, just give up. Give up, just be lazy. Expect it to be given to you, because in our social paradigm, you will be given everything. When really, they will be given is more oppression, but never mind.
When you say things like that, everyone can succeed if they work hard enough. You are enabling that system.
Oh, we're enabling meritocracy. Oh, the fucking thought of it. We can't have a meritocracy here, because somehow it's wrong, even though people should be rewarded for their good hard work. People should be allowed to succeed if they're given the tools and the means to do so. You know what? You're trying to say that we should not work hard because there's poor people who are finding it tough. You know what? Why don't we make it less tough for them? Why don't we combat poverty and socio-economic disparity? Maybe then we wouldn't have to work so hard, would we? Maybe if we mechanised the whole industry and everything, maybe then we wouldn't have to work as hard. But no, instead we have to discuss social justice. Well done, girl. That is propagating the system more than me working hard to get a degree. But, oh well, never mind.
Cut that shit out.
And that's the difference between me and social justice warriors. Pretty much. How is that an aggression? They think it's sexy that you're mixed race. I've never been told that. No one's ever said that to me. I feel really jealous right now that someone actually said that you're pretty because you're mixed race. How is that a microaggression? Sure, that's a brilliant thing. That's lovely. You see, I'm going to tell you a story. I was once in primary school and the head teacher came up and explained what racism is. And she brought a girl up and she said, now this is what isn't racist. Oh, you have lovely brown skin. And then this is what is racist, and did the complete opposite. And that is racism. Simplified, obviously, but nonetheless, that is what we were taught, and I think that remains true. You can compliment someone's skin tone, you can compliment someone based on the race, etc. That is not racist. That is not a microaggression. A compliment is a good thing, but, you know, apparently they're not. But, you see, I have a theory here that this is the reason why she thinks this is a microaggression. It's because some women don't like being complimented, and this is why she thinks that this is a microaggression, because she's projecting her insecurities onto that word and to us, and saying, how dare you compliment me, I don't like it. And this is why we live in such a shit world with microaggressions, because of insecure, feminist, social justice warriors who can't handle a compliment because they think they don't deserve it.
You are saying that black is the ugly?
Straw man! They never said that the black was ugly. They said, what are you mixed with? What the fuck? They find you sexy. They find the fact that you're mixed sexy. They don't find it ugly, do they? You idiot. You insecure, stupid girl. They find it sexy. They find everything about you sexy. How is that not obvious enough? This is why you people are perennially single or end up with cooks.
And there must be something pretty that's making this ugly beautiful.
That's what you think they're saying, but that's not what they're saying. They're saying, oh, you're beautiful. You're a beautiful mixed race girl. What are you mixing? What's your ancestry? You see what I mean? You can't have your cake and eat it too, but never mind. And are they not denying everything? Aren't they doing exactly what you... I give in.
That's what you're saying. I'm only pretty because I'm mixed with something that's not black?
They didn't say that. You're sexy because you've got both. That's the point. Mixed race women are fucking sexy. It's a well-known fact. Not everyone, obviously, but a lot of them are fucking gorgeous. Halle Berry, bloody take your pick. Any one of them. Any of the Hollywood actresses that are mixed race are fucking gorgeous. That's what they're saying. You're beautiful because you're mixed. They're not saying one is bad and one is good. That's not what they're saying. They're not Nazis. Well, in fact, even a Nazi wouldn't say that. But if they were truly racist, they would be saying that you were ugly because you have black in it or because you have white in it. Not be... Oh my god. You're not mixed. Are you really mixed race? I find it hard to believe that some of these people are actually mixed race because this is...
That's offensive.
If it was actually said and meant, but nobody's ever said that ever, it's a straw man concocted in your head.
If you don't get why that's offensive, you should go talk to somebody about that. I think there's help for that.
Oh, the irony in that statement was glorious. I think you need help to work out what racism actually is and how mixed race people actually live. I mean, I assume you're mixed race, but you don't sound like someone who has experience of being mixed race because you would know that was a compliment. But no, instead it's an insult because you're an insecure bitch. An insecure little cunt who just can't handle a compliment because you think you don't deserve it. So you just, decide to put that into all this political bullshit and attack us with it. It's amazing how much oppression is made out of insecurity. Every fucking time black SJWs have to bring this up. It's a pet peeve, it's not a microaggression. And at least they're asking your permission to touch your hair. They're not just going around going, ugh, are they? People touch my hair when it's long.
No.
Right, point made. Move on. Move along now. Video's over.
You can't touch my hair. You know those 5-year-old girls
Fuck you, you could have just ended it there.
at the museums who just want to touch everything because they don't know any better? The 5-year-old girl pulling at her mommy's arm, Mommy, I want to go touch Sue the dinosaur. She goes up to this fantastical exhibit about things that are odd and different. That's who you sound like.
No, they just like curly hair, they want to touch it because they like it. And they would not mind if you said no. They'd be, okay, fair enough, I respect your personal space. But no, you have to make a big deal about nothing just because somebody wants to touch your hair. Do you not think they do this because they like it? But no, everything is because they hate you, because you're insecure and you hate yourself. So you think people hate you. But, oh well.
By the way, I am the exhibit that is odd and different in that scenario.
I think they know what a black person is, you fucking idiot. It's amazing how low you think yourself to be, even though actually you're trying to make yourself look kind of big and mighty and, like, this is what I'm like, I'm exotic. No, you're not. You're an insecure bitch.
I am not on display for you. I am not a toy. I am not an object. I am a person.
Technically human beings are objects, but never mind.
I have hair. You do too. You are acting like my hair is some enigma, some supernatural thing.
No, they like it. They like the look of it, they like the texture of it, they want to touch it because they like it. They don't see it in this weird fucking way, they just like it. They just like it. I mean, technically you don't even have that hair and you're complaining. You've appropriated straight hair from Asians and white people. So, please, check your privilege, bitch.
It's freaking hair. Everybody calm down. No, you can't touch my hair.
Alright, we get it. You don't want us to touch your hair. Fine, we won't touch your hair. We won't even touch anything. We'll ignore your very existence and person so that you're not triggered. Because it seems to me you'd rather just be on your own without any other human because, well, I've already explained why.
This has been your sassy video about microaggressions.
More like incredibly annoying and self-entitled whining by someone who has nothing to complain about.
Hopefully, it gave you a little bit more clarification.
You clarified nothing. You made everything worse because of your contradictions and the bullshit.
If you disagree with me, let's talk about it.
Really, you don't sound like someone who's talked about it. Because maybe you have a bit more experience in how other people actually think.
If you have an ignorant comment to make, don't waste your breath. Pay attention, be aware, know the world you live in.
She told a joke. She's aware, a bit aware. She's not joking, is she?
Have a good weekend.
You make me want to drown my sorrows on that weekend.